Hello everyone, good morning. Why don't you guess what we are making today, Ranjana? Hello everyone, good morning. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you all can hear me. Great. We are making a rose pistachio cake today. I'm Chef Shivangi from Dessert Lane, and I'm really excited to share this recipe with all of you because it's one of my favorite recipes from my menu, and it's one of the most requested recipes as well on our Instagram. So I thought, why not? And it's a recipe that you can do from start to finish in 1 hour. So it's a perfect Sunday recipe. You don't have to stand in the kitchen for too long. The oven does all the work. And very few ingredients and an excellent result. Hello everybody. Great. We have a couple more people joining us. I hope everybody is having a great Sunday today. I know it's really beautiful outside here. It's about to rain. I hope everyone's safe and healthy wherever they are. If at any point anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask me. I will be answering all the questions. Guys, for everybody asking for the recipe is on my Instagram, which is dessertlane.shiv. All the recipes, all the ingredients, all the quantities are up there, so you can definitely take a look. And obviously these videos will be posted once this session is over. The live will be shared on my Instagram as well as on Amul's page, so you'll be able to go back to it. All right, guys. Thank you, Mridula. Hello, Ashu. My Instagram handle is dessertlane.shiv. I will text that to everybody. I'll reply it on the comments once this video is up. So don't worry about it. Stay with me and let's get started. All right. So for this rose pistachio cake, you're gonna need half a cup of softened Amul butter. So this is just regular, the salted version of Amul butter. You can use the unsalted version if you have that. So then instead of the salted one, you can use that as well, the same quantity. Just please remember to put some salt in your cake then. On this, I'm gonna add half a cup of castor sugar. Now I like to use castor sugar because the granules are a lot finer. So it's easier for the sugar to mix with the butter. If you're using cane sugar, which is the raw sugar that we use at home for tea, coffee, stuff like that, please blend it up so that it's nice and the granules are smaller so that they mix very well. So now just take a whisk and just beat it up for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's light and fluffy. I will be sharing the recipe, Jaya. Don't worry. I will post it under your comment once this video is done. So spend about a minute or two just whisking it up really, really well. I really love this cake. I mean, it's a cake that's great with grandparents, with parents, with children. It's a crowd pleaser for sure because I think rose, cardamom, pistachio, these are flavors we've all grown up with. So they're very familiar floral flavors, and I really like using them in my cakes because it kind of is the hybrid between that Indian dessert and that international dessert.
Can you please repeat what you said about the sugar?
So I'm using castor sugar, which is slightly finer than the sugars we have at home, which are granulated. If you're using sugar that you have at home, which has slightly bigger granules, just blend it up in the mixer so that the granules become smaller, because your sugar will never melt in the oven. So you want to make sure that your sugar is nice and fine when you put it in your cake. So now that this looks good, I'm going to go ahead and add my yogurt to it. So this is a cup of Amul yogurt. Now I'm going to blend this up as well. Now all these ingredients are already there in your house. It's all about using those home ingredients and turning them into a show-stopping dessert.
One more question. Could we use coconut sugar or jaggery?
You can use coconut sugar. Jaggery has a different kind of a flavor, so that won't really go with this recipe. But coconut sugar is a healthy alternative, and it will actually result in an even softer cake. So now that this looks well mixed to me, I'm gonna add my flour, which is out here. In this, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of baking powder. Now make sure whenever you're measuring your leaveners, whether it's your baking powder, your baking soda, make sure you're always leveling it, because when you add too much, the chemistry goes off and then it starts tasting very soda-y, it'll start tasting slightly sour or bitter. So because to avoid all of that, you need to definitely level your teaspoon, your tablespoon, your cups, whatever you're using. So just run your finger over it. So that's a level half teaspoon of baking soda. And this was my 1.5 cups of maida, just regular flour. And I'm just gonna stir it together with a small whisk, or you can even sift this. And this helps in aerating your maida so that you have a lighter cake, a very nice light sponge. So now I'm just gonna add this to a yogurt, butter, sugar mixture. And also to this, I'm adding 1/2 cup of pistachio powder. If you want to make just a plain vanilla cake, you can omit the pistachio powder and it will be fine. And I'm also going to add a teaspoon of dried rose petals. So now these are just like, you can find these on Amazon. They're just dried rose petals, no additives, nothing. And then I'm just going to stir this together until it's nice and combined.
While you mix, can you please repeat the quantities of the ingredients you put?
Yes, of course. So first we started with 1/2 cup of caster sugar and 1/2 cup of soft Amul butter. Not melted but soft, and I just kind of whisked that together for about 2 minutes. Then to that I added a cup of Amul yogurt, and I whisked that again for about a minute. Then I went in with my 1.5 cups of flour, my 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We did 1/2 cup of pistachio powder into this, a teaspoon of dried rose petals, and that's it. And we just sort of whisked everything together until it's like nice and well blended. So now I'm just gonna stir this with my spatula. So it is quite a thick batter, so you want to make sure that the consistency is right, and just go in with your spatula, make sure you get the edges.
One more question. Can people use oil instead of butter?
Yes, you can use oil instead of butter. No problem, same quantity. Make sure you're using a refined oil, so like a vegetable oil or a canola oil, and not something that leaves a smell, because after it's baked, you're going to be able to taste the oil if it's not refined. So my oven's been preheating at 180, and I have my tin that's greased and lined with butter paper. You can also dust it with flour after you grease it. This will help in easy removal. So now I'm just going to pour my batter into this. So I'll just sort of spoon it in. And see, this was fairly quick. It took us about 8 minutes to get this batter together into the oven. In the meantime, we're going to make the frosting, decorate our cake. And in 1 hour, you're going to get this beautiful looking dessert on your table, ready to impress your family. Especially now when, you know, restaurants are closed, people are eating at home. This is such a quick dessert that people at home can enjoy without feeling like they're missing out on something. And now just go in with a spoon and just sort of level it all out, right? So you want to make sure you go into the edges. And that's it. Your batter is ready. Now pop this in the oven for about 40 minutes. It took about 42 in mine, so it really depends on the kind of oven that you have at home, how much time it will take, but it will take somewhere between 40 and 45 minutes. It shouldn't take any longer than that. So now, moving on to the frosting, now that the cake is baking, here I have a cup of icing sugar. Now what we are making is a simple glaze. So this is a glaze that uses just icing sugar and milk, and that's going to get poured over our cake. So this is just some simple icing sugar that I've sifted, and I'm going to start with just a tablespoon of milk. And I know it's going to look too little, but start small because icing sugar has a tendency to go runny very quickly, and you just kind of want to mix it really well. So as you can see, it's already come together. It's nice and thick. So I like a thick glaze. So maybe I'm gonna add just a teaspoon more of milk, not too much. So let me just go in with my teaspoon, and that should be good. So this is icing sugar. This is sugar that is this is sugar mixed with corn flour. You get this ready in markets. It's called confectioner sugar also. Some brands name it that way. Some brands call it icing sugar. And that's it. This is the kind of consistency you're looking for. It's runny, but it's nice and thick. And it's going to give a nice glaze to your cake. So I'm going to put this aside, bring my cake back for you all to see. And now I'm going to pour my glaze on top of my cake. So go gently. So at the bakery, we do this with a cream cheese frosting, but it's not easy to find cream cheese these days. And I know that at home, everybody's trying to eat healthier, eat light food. So I felt like this kind of a glaze is simple, it looks beautiful, it's not too heavy. It just gives it that right kind of sweetness that is required. And then with the help of a spoon or a butter knife or something, just go over it to sort of spread it over to the edges so that it drips nicely onto your cake. This is a nice tea cake, like, you know, tea time. You want to have a quick something sweet.
A lot of people are asking, why was the batter so thick?
Because we use softened butter. If you use oil, your batter is going to be thin, but because I used softened butter, my batter was thick. So don't worry, the baking time is the same, the result will be similar. I'm going to cut into this cake, so you're going to see that beautifully nice moist crumb on the inside. So now let's decorate this. So I'm just going to sprinkle some chopped pistachios on top of this. And again, the dried rose petals that we used in the cake, I'm just going to put some of that. And that's it. Our cake is ready. Wasn't that quick? Most of the work is being done in the oven already. So here, guys, come on, bake this. Send me a photo. I would love to see how you all are doing this. If you want, you can add some crushed cardamom into this. That tastes really well. If you're not a fan of pistachios, or if you're allergic to pistachios, you can always use saffron. If you want to make this into classic vanilla, you can completely omit the rose petals, the pistachio, and turn this into a vanilla cake by adding some vanilla extract to this. So it's a fairly easy recipe. Most of the ingredients are in your houses and comes together very quickly. Looks gorgeous. Let's cut into it as well. So always use a sharp serrated knife and go do the back and forth motion. And here, see, look at this. See, all the green from the pistachios has really come through. So I had finely powdered it, so it's all really come through really well. And it's super duper soft. The crumb is really nice, gooey, moist. And trust me, you're gonna love this. I made this in a Pullman loaf, which is traditionally used for breads because I like the straight edges. You can turn this into cupcakes, into round cakes, into loaf cakes, whatever you like. You can use this in any kind of tin that you want. It's a super versatile recipe. Please make it and do tag me at dessertly.shiv on Instagram. If there's any questions, please ask away. I would love to answer them for you.
Also, can you just repeat where will people find the recipe?
The people can find the recipe on my Instagram, which is dessertlane.shiv. And also this video will be coming up as soon as we end this live video, so you can go back and look at the recipe all over again that I will be speaking about.
Okay, one more question which just came up. Can people use whole wheat flour instead of maida, atta?
You can use whole wheat flour, just make sure you sift it with a fine mesh, the one that you sift maida with. Make sure you sift that so that you can get rid of all the fibery bits in atta, and you can still have like that nice, moist, soft center that is there in a traditional maida cake. Alright guys, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed today's session. Please do tag me at dessertlane.shiv on Instagram, and this video will be up on Amul's page as well, so feel free to go back and take a look. And I hope you have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rains. Enjoy your tea time today with some cake. Take care.